Live from the Titans Soccer Complex on the Eastern Florida's Melbourne campus, it's the 2015 NJCAA Division I Women's Soccer Championship game number 8 coming up, with the number 12 seed Spartan Methodist Pioneers battling the number 8 seed Pima Aztecs. Our game next. A beautiful evening here in Melbourne, Florida, off the east coast of the Sunshine State as we play our fourth and final game of day 2 here, 8th game of the tournament. It's Pool A play as we have Spartanburg Methodist, the Pioneers, playing in their second game, looking to bounce back after a 7-0 loss to Eastern Florida State last night. And they take on the 8-seeded Pima Community College Aztecs, who open up their national tournament play. Hello and welcome into the broadcast. Nick Grunowitz here for NJCAA TV. We thank you for joining us. We should have a good one to finish out a Tuesday evening here. Let's check out the players to watch in this one. For Spartanburg, number 18, Sierra Smith, 10 goals, 9 assists this season. She's going to need to find the back of the net if Spartanburg is going to keep their playoff hopes alive. For Pima, this 8-seeded Aztecs team, 19-1 this year, and partly due to the efforts of number 22, Devin Hundley, 14 goals, 9 assists this past year. Keep an eye on her. It should be a good opportunity for her to find a couple of scoring opportunities this evening. Let's check out the starting 11s for both of these teams, the lineups. If you take a look at that Spartanburg Methodist team, Laura Jackson between the pipes, 7 goals given up in that game against Eastern Florida. She'll look for a bounce-back performance. The coaches for both these teams, both quite a bit of experience at their current institution. Spartanburg Methodist, Dan Keneally, in his 18th season. He's been there for quite some time. Kendra Valise of the 8-seeded Pima Aztecs has been there for 15 seasons. Our referees for tonight's game, Ronnie Cowan, Matt Jackson, Jasmine Peralta will oversee this one between the Aztecs and the Pioneers as we're ready to get this one underway. Starting lineups just being announced now. The 8-12 matchup, as I mentioned. This is Pool A play. The other team in this collection of 3, the top overall seed and host team, Eastern Florida State College. And, well, this Pima Aztecs team was in attendance last night when the Titans put up a 7-goal performance, and that has to be in the back of their mind to win here, and they set up a win and move on to the semifinals matchup with that top overall seed. You don't want to try to get into a shootout tomorrow with that team, but first they have to take care of business, and Spartanburg looking for some sort of a bounce-back game and one that they stuck in early. I mentioned this during earlier broadcasts today here in Melbourne. Spartanburg hung in with that Titans team for about the first 10 to 12 minutes, and then you saw Eastern Florida State figure out a couple of things offensively. They went on a huge run, didn't look back from there. So this should be a good matchup between two teams that are looking to try to upset that top overall team here in Pool A play. As I mentioned, this is our fourth and final game of the day here in Melbourne. It's been a fun one so far, 8th game of the tournament. Let's recap what we've seen so far earlier today. As I mentioned, 4 teams. Darton opening up this morning with a victory in Pool D play. Darton College getting off to a good start, a 2-0 victory over Schoolcraft. Lewis and Clark, the 6th seed, falling to Laramie 3-1. They give up 3 goals in the second half to lose that one 3-1. And, well, the one that just finished up, Monroe College taking care of Moraine 5-2, despite 2 goals in the second half from Moraine. So that's your update on what we've seen so far here today. And once again, the Spartanburg and Pima game will finish things out here tonight. As I mentioned, a beautiful night for soccer here in Melbourne, Florida. A slight wind that will blow across the field from the far sideline to the near sideline as these teams circle it up and get ready to play. But mostly partly cloudy, nice and cool out. It is just a beautiful night, has been a beautiful pair of days for soccer here in Melbourne, Florida. Let's tell you a little bit about both of these teams. Spartanburg Methodist is going with the same jerseys that we saw in last night's game against Eastern Florida State. They're in the blue jerseys and white shorts, high blue socks as well. Sierra Wilson, the one we mentioned to keep an eye on. As for the 8th-seeded Pima Community College Aztecs, they hail from Arizona. They're going in all white this evening to open up their tournament play. The white jerseys, white shorts, high white socks as well, as they circle it up and get ready for this matchup. Pima and Spartanburg Methodist should be an entertaining one between these two. And, well, we mentioned to keep an eye on Sierra Wilson, Devin Hunley as well, scoring 14 goals this season. The two keepers in this matchup, it should be one to keep an eye on as well. Daniela Sanchez has allowed just 11 goals this year in 19 games. She's the keeper with her back to you there, wearing the number 0 in the yellow jersey. She's been the one that has kept this Pima team in most of their games as they've marched on to a 19-1-2 record, as we're ready to get this one underway. First touch just about ready to go here. We want to remind you, Select Sports is proud to be the official match ball of the National Junior College Athletic Association. Select Super FIFA Match Ball is used exclusively at all NJCAA soccer championships. Select Sport, inspired by history, but designed for the future. And that Super FIFA Match Ball gets its first touch of Game 4 here on Day 2, and it's played over by Spartanburg Methodist. Up to the near side, played back, and Pima able to take control. The Pioneers from Spartanburg Methodist in those blue jerseys, Pima in the white jerseys. This one taken away by Pima, perhaps an opportunity. This is Devin Hunley, team leader in goals. Free run for her to the left side. Her shot looking for the far post is just wide. And 40 seconds into this one, Devin Hunley with a good opportunity. She just missed. That back post could have been goal number 15 of the year. Would have been our quickest goal of the tournament, only by seconds. Would have been right around 40 seconds in. We've seen quite a few quick scores to start things out here. Laura Jackson already under pressure. Here comes Spartanburg Methodist. This is Mansell. Squirts it ahead. Pima. A booming kick downfield. And Jackson's going to come out and play it. Maria Mata chasing that one down. But Jackson came out and made that play. Toss in for Pima. Mata into the corner. Nice little crossover. Able to get by the defender. Sends it up near the top of the box, and Spartanburg Methodist able to deny it. Here come the Pioneers. Good touch to the near side. Ball swung around to midfield. Pushed up ahead. Pioneers, a bit of an opportunity there, but Daniela Sanchez comes out and gets the stop. Kayla McMillan there, trying to find a scoring opportunity. This one back out to Devin Hunley again. They're going to whistle her off sides this time. Take a look at this opportunity. This is the Hunley opportunity again from a few moments ago. And once again, just trying to go for that back post. And you could see hands covering her face. She knew immediately that she had missed a good opportunity to open up this game with a 1-0 lead. Ball at midfield, controlled by Spartanburg Methodist. Into the center of the field. Pioneers control. Some miscommunication as to who was taking that last ball. This one sent to the far side. Opportunity for McMillan here as she looks to turn the corner. Defender on her back, left back for a teammate. And Pima almost controls, but this one, once again, belongs to Spartanburg Methodist to the right side. Pass just a little bit too far out of the reach for the Pioneers. That one intended for Sierra Wilson. Before the next throw in, a substitution coming out for Spartanburg Methodist. Well, Bailey Wilson will come in, we'll tell you that. Checking out for this team, Hope Smith wearing the number 12. Pioneers control down in the corner. Sierra Wilson, the defender, going down to the floor. Her kick off the side of the goal. It's going to be called a foul. And Pima will control. Kendra Valise's squad, 19-1-2. Back in the national tournament again. Ball up the near sideline. This is an errant pass for Pima. And Kalia Hargrave will toss it in for the Pioneers. They're 13-8 after the loss to Eastern Florida State last night. Sierra Wilson trying to angle that one, couldn't do it. Ball at midfield. Both of these teams seem to be on even footing through the first 5 minutes of play. The one big opportunity, Devin Hunley's on a free run. Could have put it in the back of the net, just missed the back post. Played ahead. They were looking for that being Pima. Aguirre, Alexis Aguirre. Here's Pima again. Back to the near side. Nice move to get around the defender. This is Hunley looking long, has a teammate out there. This one set up, she is on sides, no. Call is offsides. That's McPherson out there. Make that Shelton. Let's take a look one more time. This is the one big opportunity. 40 seconds in, and Hunley just by inches. 6 inches to the left. This is a 1-0 lead for Pima. Volleyed back towards midfield. Aztecs in the white jerseys swarm the ball. Get a turnover. Sent out ahead. This is Shelton again. Looking ahead for Hunley. This one left a little bit too far. There to apply some pressure is Aguirre as well. And diving on it is Laura Jackson. Sent out to Sierra Wilson. She couldn't handle it. Pima will go back on the attack. Devin Hunley. This one dumped in. Out there, Shelton. Her shot got well under it, sent it into the parking lot. That's Callan Shelton, the sophomore from Kent, Washington. Let's go back to that last play made by Laura Jackson. This ball played long. And the shot there by Callan Shelton just a little bit too high. Got to settle that ball first. Came in on a bound, and Shelton just put that one up. Well too high. Hargrave controls, looking for a little bit of help. Finds Sierra Wilson. Up this near sideline, Wilson puts it in the middle of the pitch. Running into a little bit of trouble here is Garcia. It's out the near side, knocked out by Aguirre, and Garcia will toss it back in. Up the near side. They're looking for Sierra Wilson, and that one once again sent back out. We'll see Hargrave toss it in again. Here's Wilson. Back up high. Sent to that far side, and it's taken away by Pima. Here come the Aztecs. Shelton. Back this way. saving it out the near side, but keeping it alive, but that one now deflected off the left sneaker of Maria Mata, the freshman from Tucson, Arizona. This Pima Aztecs team, a collection of players mainly from Tucson. A lot of locals on this Kendra Valise coach team. Sent in by Garcia. Aztecs once again in control. Here's a long ball. They're looking for Shelton. Can she get there? On the run. Callan Shelton trying to get a step to the right side of that box. She does control. And taken away by Spartanburg Methodist. That one didn't quite turn into the opportunity it was presenting itself to be for Pima. Offsides. They were once again looking for Hunley. And Laura Jackson will handle it herself. Long ball. This one, Jackson will come up and play once again. Both these teams early on here, getting into the field of play. Spartanburg Methodist has moved the ball well, just hasn't resulted in many opportunities at goal. Here's another long shot. This one needs to settle at the near sideline if it's going to be caught up to, but it isn't. Aguirre making the run there. Hargrave to toss it in. Finds Sierra Wilson. She couldn't steer it inbounds either. Aguirre. Toss in is too long once again. This time she's looking for Maria Mata. On a pair of substitutions here for Spartanburg Methodist. Blasak into the ball game, as well as Sarai Bowman. Heather Blasak, if you recall from last night's affair, had a couple of laser shots that Steph Barreras from Eastern Florida had to make some pretty special saves on to keep that a shutout. Pima controls. Coming to the near side, Aguirre trying to hunt it down, and she does in the corner. Hargrave blankets her. Back out to the near side, they send it to the top. And it's taken away by the Pioneers. Devin Hunley didn't know whether or not to play back defensively there or try to take a shot at it, and she elected the safer choice. Long kick. Pima at the near side. Chipped ahead Hargrave. Waits for it for Spartanburg Methodist. This is Bowman. Nice touch to the near side. Sarah Dorsett. 22 goals and 7 assists this year for Dorsett. Watches it run out of bounds here. And Bowman will toss it in. And another substitution checking in. Hope Smith, who started this game and came out pretty early on. Taking a seat, Christina Early. Another throw-in for Spartanburg Methodist. Sarai Bowman to do the honors. Toss in, once again keyed out of bounds, and Pima's defense staying tough on the near side. No easy toss in here. Another ball out, denied. That one well played by Pima. Hargrave. Aguirre went to cover. Hargrave stepped around her. Ball to the top. Spartanburg Methodist, a small misplay there. But they control, and now Pima ends up with it. Back over to the near side. This is Hannaberg. Up ahead, they're shooting once again for Devin Hunley. This taken away. Are they going to call this offsides? Yes. Jennifer Aceves. for Spartanburg will fire this one. Flicked on by Dorsett. This one rainbowed out. Blazet there. Make that Dorsett. She directs it near the top of the box. Ball loose. Spartanburg Methodist controlled for a moment, but Pima able to deny. And now here's Garcia. McMillan centers it. Header. That one will roll out the back of the box. Pima trying to hunt that down. They'll keep it in bounds. Sent up the near side. Hargraves waits on it. It'll roll out. First real opportunity for Spartanburg Methodist there. McMillan trying to set the table on that far side. And the header just a bit wide. Sarah Dorsett couldn't steer it in and find the back of the net. Takeaway, midfield. Pima able to regain. Here's a long ball, chipped ahead for Pima. It's a race to the left side. This one controlled by the Aztecs, just misplayed by Aguirre. Looked like she was going to have a real chance at that one, but misplayed it, and the ball at the top of the box is cleared away. Well, you think that Aguirre gets her foot on that. It looks like it's a potential 2-on-1. Just has it roll between her legs. And she had Devin Hunley running towards the net. Toss in for Spartanburg Methodist, and they get it to Blazek. Works her way around a defender. Nifty bit of footwork there. Hargrave punches it ahead. And back in control is Pima to that far side. They're looking for Shelton, and that one's already blown dead. Hargraves. Blazak trying to punch it in there. She controls. This is Bowman. Back to the middle of the pitch. Spartanburg Methodist taking their time here, looking for an opportunity. This one's sent to the far side. McMillan out there, but this ball controlled by Garcia. Sent back out, and Garcia will toss it in. They get it out, once again cleared away. 16.5 minutes gone by. First half, scoreless game. The only opportunity that we've seen Pima Community College, Devin Hunley, 40 seconds in, a run to the net, had it go off just past the right post. And this throw-in will roll out the touchline, and we'll see Laura Jackson, make that Daniela Sanchez kick this one away. Instead, Brandy Park will do it. Pima controls. This one lofted ahead. They're looking for Shelton. She has it interrupted. This ball's going to roll out the touchline. Corner kick coming for Pima. Their first of the game. And we'll see Callan Shelton from Kent, Washington, do the honors here on the corner kick. This season, Shelton has been dangerous on these corners. Short kick. They look to punt it back out, but instead Spartanburg Methodist able to control. That one sniffed out by Alexi Garcia and sent out the far side. Ball sent in. Hargrave heads it out. This one now back behind in the box. Coming out and making the sliding stop is Laura Jackson. Good call by her That ball boomeranged right back, and Jackson, aware, came out, made a nice play. This one headed out by Hargrave and then quickly turned right back around. And if Jackson hadn't come out and made that play, you see Aguirre standing right there once again, sniffing around, looking for a chance. And this long ball is a little bit too long, as the Aztecs continue to look for a deep ball to Maria Marta there. Make that Mata. Collision at midfield, no call. They say play on. Hitting the turf there for a minute was Alyssa O'Connell. Ball sent ahead. This will roll into the empty field, and it'll get left back for Jackson. Scoreless ball game, just about 20 minutes gone by first half. Final game of the day here, Game 4 in Melbourne, Florida. Game 8 of the tournament, the 2015 NJCAA Women's Soccer Championships. We do appreciate you joining us. Here is Shelton with a chance. Into the right side of the box, Shelton looking to chip that one over the top. Jackson turns that one away, says not so fast. And that ball rolling out towards the sideline. It's Spartanburg Methodist that'll get there. O'Connell. Pima controls. Ucardis. Swung back this side, just in front. They look once again back behind those forwards. This is definitely offsides, and they get Mata. She thought she had timed it right. It felt offsides, and the referees feel that way as well. Let's take a look one more time here. This Shelton on the run, trying to turn the corner, and her shot just blocked by Laura Jackson, who came out and made a play. Jackson has come out a couple of times from between the pipes and made some nice plays. Has kept this a scoreless affair. Back up to the top. Blasak has it knocked away over to the far side. That's McMillan trying to get a step on O'Connell. Has it knocked away, and coming out diving on top is Daniela Sanchez, the freshman from Tucson, Arizona. Ball at midfield. Pioneers control. Bowman. This one punched back again, and Laura Jackson will roll over to the near side. Control. She'll knock it up to Hargrave. Never mind, she'll go long. Good play here by Bowman. Splits two defenders, takes it away, but Pima has an answer. And a long ball played. Brandy Park going deep again. A feel for this Pima team through the first 22 minutes or so that I have is that they're going to keep throwing the long ball. Eventually, they feel they're going to get a chance at what we saw in the first 40 seconds, which is Devin Hunley or Maria Mata on a breakaway. This could be 1-0 already. Instead, it remains a scoreless game. This one chipped in. Maybe a chance for Spartanburg Methodist. No, they were looking for Sarah Dorsett, the team's leader in goals. Couldn't find her. High lofting ball. Hargrave, the header. Dorsett controls. Nifty move there to be able to get it by the Aztec. Dorsett will back it out, looking for a little bit of room. The sophomore from Travelers Rest, South Carolina. One touch for Hargrave. And one taken away by Pima. Nicely played by Aguirre. Here comes Aguirre up the near side. Had her pocket picked. But the Aztecs still control. They're going to look for Shelton again on a long run, and Jackson coming out quickly. I think Laura Jackson is kind of hip to the jive for that as well. She's come out a couple of times. She's staying well out from between those pipes while Pima gets their offense going. Blasak looking middle of the pitch. Nothing doing. And Hargrave heads it forward. Dorsett looking for someone in the middle of the field. Left back Bowman, far side McMillan. She goes to work. Left side McMillan got a nice little step there. Can she turn the corner? O'Connell had it raked away for a moment and then she lost it. And this long ball for Shelton again. Trying to the right side. Correction, this is Mata to the top. A little bit of room here. Mata run into, and Hargrave able to knock that one out. Nicely played by Hargrave. Mata looked like she was going to walk her way right into the box and have an opportunity. And Kalia Hargrave from Anderson, South Carolina made the stop. Another shot, they're looking for Shelton. This is deep ball after deep ball for Pima. And this one shot ahead to the near side where Jackson will come out and pick it up. They were looking for Aguirre. Substitution whistle, 3 newcomers in for Spartanburg Methodist. 1 new Pima player in as well. Maria. That is Maria Delgadillo into the ball game. And 3 newcomers for Spartanburg Methodist as well. Looking long. That's Aguirre. Changing the point of attack are the Aztecs. Sent in. That one turned away. Blasak will punch it back. Hargrave the header. And the ball loose in the middle of the pitch. Mansell from Columbia, South Carolina. Had it for a moment. Now this one pitched back, and Aguirre with a chance. Can she outrun the defender? Aguirre knocked off the ball, taken down in the box. They say play on. Well played out there by Spartanburg Methodist. Bailey Wilson, the freshman from Lexington, South Carolina, able to stop that from turning into anything for the Aztecs. A long run for Bailey Wilson to run down Alexis Aguirre. There was some contact, no whistle. They played on from there. Spartanburg Methodist controls. If for a moment, yes, Sierra Wilson. Bit of a miscue on the pass, gives it back to Pima. Back on the top, into the top of the box, looking for Shelton. This one cued back out, and they're going to say Shelton was off sides. Let's take a look at that last opportunity. Aguirre on the long run, and coming over, Bailey Wilson. Good challenge. And she's able to break it up. Jackson boots it away. Aguirre had a foot on it, misplayed it. Mansell looking ahead. Nothing doing there. Aztecs able to close that one out. And another substitution checking into the ball game. Jennifer Aceves for the Pioneers. Taking a seat is Bailey Wilson, who just had that nice play in the box. Bowman. Far side, this is Sarai Bowman. Blasak. Long kick for Blasak looking ahead, and that one right to Daniela Sanchez. No one in the box on that last attempt by Blasak. Perhaps she was thinking about Sierra Wilson on the other side, but I think maybe just a chance for Daniela Sanchez maybe to make a mistake. Bowman. Nice back touch here. sent ahead. This one well too long. Brandy Park will go ahead and play it. The midfielder kicked it right off Blasak, who controls all of the sudden. Nice little step. Looking to try to set the table here, turn the corner. Park knocking her off the ball, and Park will take it away. Alyssa O'Connell collects. Some contact up near the third of the field. Going down was Delgadillo. Here's another ball laid back, and this one punched forward. Chipped in. Looking for Shelton once again, and Jackson will come out. They were looking for Mata as well. Make that Aguirre. Bowman. Blasak there. Trying to leave it back for Bowman. It went right by her. Here's a nice little touch, and here's an opportunity for Pima. This is going to be a one-on-one here to the right side. Here comes the shot. Jackson able to make it stand up. Rebound volleyed, and it's going to fall and be cleared out here on the near side. Real opportunity for Pima there, and they come up empty. That was Aguirre, who couldn't quite steer it home. Right up the middle. Destiny Jones make that. Her shot right at Jackson, who was able to knock it down. Destiny Jones from Tucson, Arizona. You see this Pima team has had a couple of real chances. This one sent into the top of the box. Here's Jackson again near the top. Jackson coming out, and she's able to put it in the back of the net. Pima with the goal. Finally, Shelton finds the back of the net. She'd had a couple of chances out there. This one sent in, and Kaylin hanging out there, and she was able to finally find an opportunity, put it right by Jackson and into the back of the net. She knew it immediately. Right off the foot, makes it 1-0. Pima. Here's the first touch for Spartanburg Methodist. Shelton with the goal. 14:33 left. Here in the first half, her third of the season. Another long ball. Jackson will come out and knock that one away. Devin Hunley on the run there. So 1-0 Pima. Spartanburg Methodist still looking for its first goal of the tournament. It's given up 8-7 to Eastern Florida yesterday. One here with a little under 14 to go in the first half. Directed near side. Sierra Wilson. Foul called. Ucardas hits the turf. Wilson credited for that foul, and we'll have a free kick for Pima. Brandy Park will do it. A 1-0 lead for the Aztecs. This one will fall near the top of the box, headed away by the Pioneers. Handled up high. Aztecs, here comes the shot. Jackson will track that one down and keeps it in play. That's Devin Hunley who pulled that trigger. Jackson's kick away will bounce out. Substitution, one newcomer for each team checking into the ball game. Maria Mata in for Pima. Kayla McMillan will check in for Spartanburg Methodist. A little under 13 to go here. Punched out. Pioneers control. This is McMillan, just came off that bench, should have some fresh legs. Looking at the far side, and there's a tie-up. It was Sierra Smith make that, who was tied up, was looking to try to get it over to McMillan a little further down the pitch, and Alyssa O'Connell chips this one ahead. Hargrave watches it go out. Ucardis trying to apply some pressure there. Left back to Jackson. She'll kick it back to the near side here. And Sierra Wilson unable to keep it in bounds. Here's a long toss. Left back Hunley. Left side of the box. Centers it. Back to the top. Another opportunity for Pima, maybe? No, it's turned away. And Sierra Wilson has it on the near sideline here. She's going to go to work. Spartanburg Methodist with something cooking here. Up the middle of the pitch. And deflected right back out. That was Sarah Dorsett with not much working there. Here comes Pima again. Nicely blocked. McMillan the header. Back in the midfield, this one sent long, and a long run there for Delgadillo. Hargrave. Here's Sierra Smith. Make it Sierra Wilson. Nice look inside. Touch back up to the top. Left-footed shot. This is a missile, and it's picked up by Sanchez. Good setup there for Spartanburg Methodist. Daniela Sanchez there to make the save, though. Nicely done. 10-minute mark. First half, 1-0. Pima leads. The goal, Kaylin Shelton. Make it Callan Shelton. Hargrave. Punched back out, and Pima will take control once again. Devin Hunley trying to push the envelope here. Weaves her way between three defenders. Now puts on the Jets. Hunley looking to get a step here. And she is bumped off the ball. That was nicely done by the Pioneers defender, Sierra Smith. And a throw in here for the Aztecs. Sierra Smith, nicely done. We've seen Devin Hunley on those long runs get some position. Couldn't quite do it there. Aguirre, her throw in, controlled by Wilson. Fed ahead. A little bit of room to move here for the Pioneers. Sent back to the near side. This one out of bounds. They'll give it back to Spartanburg Methodist. Garcia out there, couldn't quite navigate to it. Nice deflection here. Pioneers will try to turn it into something, but Ucaris couldn't quite get it there. Now it's played back in near the goal. A run for Sarah Dorsett, but coming out making the play is Daniela Sanchez. Here's O'Connell. A fight down that far sideline. Maybe a chance here for Pima. Here's a centering ball, and once again, the Pioneers defense able to knock away another opportunity. Under 8 minutes to go. Here in the first half, Sierra Wilson looking to feed this ball ahead. Up ahead for McMillan. O'Connell there trying to contest, and here comes the shot. This one just inside the right corner. That's McMillan with the goal to make this a 1-1 ball game. A nice long look there.
Spartanburg Methodist Community College gets on the board. A
Kayla McMillan able to find the back of the net, played long. O'Connell had position. McMillan knocked her out of the way and was able to put it in the back of the net. Sanchez coming out was just a little bit late. And this is a 1-1 game with 7:39 to go in the first half. Kayla McMillan, her 9th goal of the season. Credit the assist to Sierra Wilson, her 8th of the year. Hargrave with the header. Wilson waits for it to come down, plays it off the left knee. Mansell. That was just a very nice pass there from Sierra Wilson. Great look. Cross the field all the way down. Here's a long look to Mata, but she's offsides. Make that Aguirre. Couldn't quite get to it. Was behind that last defender. And the free kick played back here. Pima controls, long look. Aguirre will come get it. Contested by Wilson, she ends up with possession. This one knocked off Aguirre. Wilson with a lot of effort there. Hargrave with the toss in. Spartanburg Methodist trying to work it right down the middle of the pitch. This one sent long, and another offsides call. Devin Hunley there trying to make a run. So play will stop once again. Devin Hunley called offsides. That's the 9th offsides call for Pima here in the first half. If you feel like it's been a lot, you're right on. Middle of the pitch, Mansell looking to McMillan on the far side. She has the equalizer in this half, a goal a few moments ago. Pima with the takeaway. This one played long. Aguirre is onsides. Hargrave able to run her off it, though, and direct it out this near side. With a little over 5 minutes to go, this remains a 1-1 game, and Aguirre will toss it in. 4th and final game of the day here on Tuesday. We do thank you for joining us on NJCAA TV. Our coverage of the NJCAA Women's Soccer Championships. 8th seeded Pima. The Aztecs taking on Spartanburg Methodist. Let's take one more look at that McMillan goal again. You see she just bumps O'Connell off the ball and is able to slide in and make that play right in front of Daniela Sanchez. Nicely done there. What you didn't see on that highlight was the Sierra Wilson setup. From the near sideline, she went across field and about a third of the way down to set that one up. Bucardis. Hargrave has to go off her shoulder. And this one back out the near side. Aguirre the toss in. This one lofted in over the top of the goal off the foot of Devin Hunley. Substitution, Spartanburg Methodist. We'll bring in a new player. Sierra Smith back in. She started this game and went to the bench for some rest. Kalia Hargrave will take the seat. So one defender for another. Smith in. Hargrave out. Pima controls. Jackson will pick this one up. Spartanburg Methodist gave up 7 goals last night to Eastern Florida State. Began this half giving up a goal to Kaylin Shelton. but finally find one of their own here late in the first half. This one, Aguirre, she is on sides. Can she get an angle? Yes, plays it into the box. Coming out, Jackson will pick it up just in front of her. So a 1-1 game. Pima will play Eastern Florida State tomorrow, the top overall seed and host team in this tournament. Christina Early with the play there. Ukaras will play this one long. Devin Hundley on her way out, and Jackson will redirect this. Sent out near side by Sierra Smith, and a throw in for Pima. Little over 2 minutes to go. First half, Aguirre, the toss in. This one played out. Throw into Hundley. Back up top, Brandy Park sent to that far side. Chipped in, knocked away. This is Delgadillo. And knocked back by the Pioneers. Under 2 minutes to go in the second half. Spartanburg Methodist creates a turnover, plays a long ball. This one just misplayed. It could have turned into something there, perhaps. Aguirre surveying, waiting, gonna play this one long, and be a little bit too long there. Hundley couldn't catch up with it. By the way, that was Mata that couldn't get there. Here's Aguirre. Centers it. Interrupted by Pima, and we're under a minute to go here in the first half. Long kick here. Jackson will watch that one sail by. 50 seconds to go. A 1-1 game. Jackson taking her time, looks to be happy to walk into halftime with a game knotted at 1. This match will finish up our Pool A play for day 2. Christina Early has that one deflected. 23 seconds to go. Played back out. Here's another shot. Jackson tracking it, will pick it back up. 10 seconds to go, and now Jackson isn't going to play this one very far. She's going to walk it out. And that'll take us to the end of our first half. 1-1. 8th-seeded Pima, 12th-seeded Spartanburg Methodist. After 45 minutes of play, this one early 1-0 Pima, but Spartanburg Methodist late, able to get the equalizer. You're watching the NJCAA Women's Soccer Championships on NJCAA TV.
This is where we're building the future. This is where we meet the challenge, where leaders emerge and careers take flight. This is where you discover new opportunities. Choose to stand where excellence lives, where titans rise. Eastern Florida State College.
Recently, the Eastern Florida State College women's basketball team held its media day to kick off the new season. Third-year head coach Jim Grimes looks to build upon last season's success.
Well, going to the state tournament last year was a big accomplishment for our program. It had been many years since we were able to do that. Really, the best thing about it was the experience that we were able to gain. So the returning players have already been where we want to be this year, and so that's going to really help us moving forward. As far as our expectations for this season, they're similar to what they were going into last season. You know, we want to have steady improvement. I want to see daily development in the team, and hopefully we can do even more than we did last season. Well, I've been very pleased with how the team has come together. Our chemistry seems to be good. I think this summer really helped us. We didn't have that in past years. We spent a lot of time together this summer, so I think we're far ahead in terms of our chemistry.
Well, we're going to bring a lot of energy this year, a lot more athleticism. It's going to be fun to watch us play. We got a lot of shooters, Emma, Paola. We have Trudy Walker and Kenya coming in, pushing the pace. It's going to be exciting to watch us play this year.
We're very athletic compared to last year. Like, we can go, there's a lot, last year we couldn't go full court. This year we can go full court D and everything with no problem. Like, very athletic team.
My expectations are pretty high, and I'm very excited. I'm very blessed to be here. It's a great opportunity for me to play for Eastern Florida. It's a great program. I'm really excited to be here. It's a great school, great teammates, great professors, great athletic program. So I'm really excited, and my expectations and hopes are high. I think we're gonna focus on what we need to do, and I think we're gonna do it.
Admission is free, so check the college website for the next home game and come out and support your Titans.
They're going to see a team that plays really hard. They're going to see a team that cares about each other. They're going to play together. And hopefully they're going to see a team that makes really good decisions.
Well, I would tell you, you think last year was something? Wait till you see this team.
Titan Madness was in the air as the annual event launched the 2015-2016 season for the men's and women's Titans basketball teams. The night began with a skills competition, pitting Titans players against one another in a display of sharpshooting from all over the court. Then it was nothing but net for the men and women as they showed off their shooting prowess in the three-point shooting contest. The Titans men and women then took to the court to face off in the co-ed scrimmage. Finally, the high-flying Titans dazzled the crowd with gravity-defying jams in the crowd favorite dunk contest. This year, the talented men's team looks to continue its success behind three-time reigning FCSAA Southern Conference Coach of the Year, Jeremy Schulman. Coach Jim Grimes leads the Lady Titans team as they look to repeat as FCSAA Southern Conference champs. Admission to all Titans games is free, so check the schedule for the next home game and come out and support your Titans.
Welcome back to Melbourne, Florida. 1/2 in the books of our final game of the day. Game 8 of the tournament. 8-seeded Pima Community College leads 12-seeded Spartanburg Methodist. The Pioneers and Aztecs make that 1-1 after 45 minutes of play. We thank you for joining us here. Our coverage of the NJCAA Women's Soccer Championship here on NJCAA TV. I'm Nick Renowitz in what has been one of the more competitive games and entertaining games of the day. After that 45 minutes shows us a score of 1-1. Early on in this one, Spartanburg Methodist playing with a little bit of energy after a 7-0 loss to Eastern Florida State last night. Pima had the day off yesterday. They had the fresher legs, but saw themselves taking a couple of early shots from Spartanburg, but it was the Aztecs that scored first in this one. Let's check out a couple of the highlights of this one early on. And, of course, it was Pima, the 8th seed, that got on the board first. That's Callan Shelton from Kent, Washington. Has this first one denied. Another one into the box, and this is where Shelton steps up and is able to sneak it right by Laura Jackson. Another look at it here. Jackson coming out, just overplayed it a little bit too far to her right, and that one sent into the back of the net. Shelton's second goal of the year. Pima the 1-0 lead. But then McMillan, this is Kaylin McMillan in the 38th minute, on a long push ahead, was able to find her first goal of the tournament, her 9th of the season. And just like that, after 45 minutes of play, goals in the 31st and 38th minute, we have a 1-1 tie. Let's take a look at some of the numbers in this one. Pima, the Aztecs, 8 shots in that first half. They outshoot Spartanburg Methodist 8-4. They had all kinds of opportunities. We've talked a lot about opportunities through the first 2 days of this tournament. The teams that come away with victories are the ones that have been able to capitalize when they're most needed. And for Pima, 8 shots, they come away with the 1 goal. Now, a little bit of a look into the way they played that first half. They were also called offsides 9 times. This game started with Devin Hunley on a long run to the net, an opportunity with a bit of a breakaway. Just 40 seconds in, she just missed that goal to the right side, or else this could very much well be a 2-1 Pima lead. But from there, the Aztecs taking shot after shot downfield. They were called offsides 9 times, but they get the 1 goal out of it. On the other side, Spartanburg Methodist, their defense held strong. I mentioned the 8 shots. You get 7 saves from Laura Jackson, and the play on that back defensive line has been very good. Sierra Smith, Bailey Wilson, Kalia Hargrave, Christina Early, Hope Smith, they've all played very well while in the game. And the play of Kalia Hargrave, especially, the sophomore from Anderson, South Carolina, has been very good. She's played on this near side here up against Alexis Aguirre, who's made a couple of runs deep, as well as Maria Mata, and they've stuck with them and turned away a couple of big opportunities for this Pima Community College team. So 45 minutes in the book once again. Our score 1-1 as we get ready for second half action. If you did miss some of the games earlier today, we'll get you caught up on exactly what you missed out here in Melbourne, Florida during our coverage of the NJCAA Women's Soccer Championships. Earlier today, Darton State, a 2-0 win over Schoolcraft. The 5-seed beats the 9-seed. Darton State tomorrow will play Butler. Schoolcraft eliminated their 0-2 to start. Now Laramie, a 3-1 win over Lewis and Clark. That's the first upset of the tournament. They'll wait around to see who wins between Lewis and Clark and Iowa Central tomorrow. And the earlier match, 5-2, Monroe beat Moraine. The 7-11 matchup that sets up 2 games tomorrow, Butler and Darton State, Monroe and Tyler. The winner will move on to Friday's semifinal matchups. Those were our 3 games earlier today. Our game here, we've got 45 more minutes left in this one, and it's going to be an entertaining one. 1-1 tie, Spartanburg and Pima here at the Titan Soccer Complex in Melbourne, Florida, on the campus of Eastern Florida State. Couple more minutes. We'll come back. Second half action. Don't miss this one as we tie a bow on day 2 of the tournament. You're watching the NJCAA Women's Soccer Championships on NJCAA TV.
Titan Madness was in the air as the annual event launched the 2015-2016 season for the men's and women's Titans basketball teams. The night began with a skills competition, pitting Titans players against one another in a display of sharpshooting from all over the court. Then it was nothing but net for the men and women as they showed off their shooting prowess in the 3-point shooting contest. The Titans men and women then took to the court to face off in the co-ed scrimmage. Finally, the high-flying Titans dazzled the crowd with gravity-defying jams in the crowd favorite dunk contest. This year, the talented men's team looks to continue its success behind 3-time reigning FCSAA Southern Conference Coach of the Year, Jeremy Schulman. Coach Jim Grimes leads the Lady Titans team as they look to repeat as FCSAA Southern Conference champs. Admission to all Titans games is free, so check the schedule for the next home game and come out and support your Titans.
Eastern Florida State College. This is where you discover new opportunities, where you pursue your dreams, and careers take flight. Apply now for new bachelor and associate degree programs in business, healthcare, computer technology, and other growing fields. Eastern Florida, where Titans rise. Apply today.
Recently, the Eastern Florida State College men's golf team held its 2015 Fall Media Day. Head coach Jamie Howell will need to prepare his players for an ambitious fall schedule that sets the stage for the spring championship season.
Your fall season just gives you an idea of who you are. You know, here's what we're capable of doing, here's where we need to improve, and then you make sure you don't try to do things you're not capable of at this time. So the big issue for me is just letting things play themselves out. You know, literally have the guys prepare and go play at each event and see how we do. You're not going to win if you don't have talent, and even more, you need some chemistry to go with it. So you're looking for guys that are going to fit together. I don't expect them to be best friends forever, but I expect them all to be on the same page, and if we all strive for the same goals, we'll do just fine, even filling those slots every year.
I see a positive being that we are young, but we're eager to build up on experience, eager to build up on being in the heat of the moment like last year. But it's going to be tough, and the positives we have is that Nationals is home. It's not traveling anywhere, and we're going to feel a little more comfortable being around, Brevard County instead of traveling to Kansas or Texas.
Well, I've heard obviously a lot about this program. Obviously, they've got a great history, and obviously being in America, it's great weather, and I feel like coming over here, I'll be able to excel in my game and compete with great players. We have some good sophomores in the team, very good, and if I can learn of what they've done over the last year, it might help me in the next few months developing as a golfer.
Sometimes you feel a little target on your back when you go to tournaments, but like golf is, you can't expect anything. Anybody can win on any given day, and I think that's going to be one of the things we're going to have to learn this year is we've lost a couple of players that really helped us last year, but we're going to be replacing them this year with some good freshmen.
So check out the Eastern Florida State College website and come out and support your Titans.
We're going to try to repeat or if not do better. I mean, the goal is always to win, regardless. I didn't come here to get second place, and I don't think any of the guys did either.
Second half action ready to get underway here from Melbourne, Florida, where the 8-seeded Pima Aztecs and the 12-seeded Spartanburg Methodist Pioneers are tied at 1. We welcome you back into our broadcast. Thanks for joining us here on NJCAA TV, our coverage of the NJCAA Women's Soccer Championships. I'm Nick Runowitz here on the east coast of the Sunshine State. It's a beautiful night for soccer, and through the first 45 minutes of our fourth and final game of the day, it has been a dramatic and entertaining affair. A couple of goals, one for each side. For Pima, in the 31st minute, Callan Shelton found the back of the net, and then in the 38th minute, just 7 minutes later, Kayla McMillan equalized that one. That's where we stand after 45 minutes, and we get things started here for the second half. Pima sends this one ahead. They're looking for Devin Hundley, who stands left of the box there working against Hargrave, has it taken away and sent back up that far side. High lofting ball. Pima controls once again back into the top of the box, and this one cleared out. The Aztecs in white jerseys, white shorts, high white socks, navy blue numbers and letters on those jerseys. Here's another look forward for Devin Hundley. She's offsides, and that's now the 10th offsides penalty against this Pima team. Hundley led the squad, 4 shots in that first half, came up empty, 14 goals, leads the team as well. this year. As for Spartanburg Methodist, the Pioneers, they're in those blue jerseys, white letters and numbers, and white shorts. They're in a hurry here as another opportunity for Pima. Near the top of the box, this is Shelton looking to send it through, and that comes up empty out the back of the box. Had a teammate back there, quick substitution already for Dan Keneally. Checking into the game, Hope Smith, the defender. Toss in, Pima controls. Spartanburg Methodist able to take it away. This one touched back, Pima back in control. Shelton on the run again, but coming out is Laura Jackson to make the play. But those Pioneers, blue jerseys, white shorts, high blue socks, in a dogfight here. A 1-1 match. They were blown out 7-0 by Eastern Florida State. Here is Shelton. She got a step trying to turn the corner here. Looks to send it into the box, and it's knocked away. And this one controlled by the Pioneers near midfield. Sent back out. Here comes Mansell, looking to try to get it to McMillan, who has the goal of the game for the Pioneers. Couldn't find her. Here's Pima. Ucardis. Sent in. Hargrave able to get to it before Callan Shelton does. And at midfield, here come the Pioneers. Once again sent in. That back line for the Aztecs stays strong. Received at the near side here. And this one rolled out in front of the goal. It's picked up by Laura Jackson. Dorsett looking to McMillan. Had it to her, misplayed. Pima takes possession. Looking for Delgadillo. Instead, no, middle of the pitch. They were looking for Hunley. Delgadillo is going to run this one down, kicks it off the defender, now looking to center it, and it's cleared out by the Pioneers. Five minutes gone by, second half, a 1-1 tie. McMillan here with a little bit of room to work with. Defender closing in on her. She thought she'd chip that one in, misplayed it. And Daniela Sanchez will come out and pick it up. Fans, you can follow along all of the action of the 2015 NJCAA Division I Women's Soccer National Championship live on NJCAA TV. Just go to www.njcaaatv.com to view live and archive video of each game. Relive all the exciting plays and great memories of this year's tournament by visiting njcaaatv.com. An opportunity here for Pima. Ball loose in the box. Hargrave able to take care of it, cue that ball back out, but it's picked up once again by Pima. Aztecs trying to push the envelope here, and Lexi Hanneberg steers it out that touchline. Another substitution in for Spartanburg Methodist, Bailey Wilson, the freshman from Lexington, South Carolina. Sierra Smith will exit for the Pioneers. Same 11 that entered the second half for Pima, still on the field. Has not been a change for them yet. Jackson miskicked that. A little bit of trouble here. Now here comes Pima. Jackson able to cue that one back out. And Aztec goes down in the box. She's still down. No, they say play on. And this ball sent out back to the near side. That was Shelton who went down in the box. Delgadillo sending it back in. Jackson has to come out once again and play it. Maria Mata threatening there. A 1-1 ball game. Shelton had an opportunity, went down in the box, wanted the call for the penalty kick, didn't get it. She fights here. Ball sent in, headed back out by Pima. Nicely done by the Aztecs defense. Hargrave controls for the Pioneers, sent into the middle of the pitch. And this one controlled by Pima. This one sent ahead. They're looking for Maria Mata. She couldn't quite catch up to it, and this long kick bounces in. They're going to call a handball, and the Aztecs will take control. That off the hand of Sierra Wilson. At the end of the first half, Pima outshot Spartanburg Methodist 8-4. Just one corner kick in that first half. Then again, everyone just kind of playing the long ball game. Here's one of them into the box. Mata played out. Shelton looking to the top. Couldn't find her teammate. And it's sent out. In control of the Pioneers. Little bit of room to roam here for these Pioneers. On the run, Dorsett taken down at the top of the box. Then she tries a slide tackle, can't connect. Back to the near side. This one sent in and headed back out by the defense. Brandy Park trying to get this offense jump-started. Pioneers defense has come to play here tonight with their tournament lives at stake. Jackson back out to play it. Down goes Mansell, foul called. She'll start it again quickly. Pioneers like their chances. Looking for Dorsett, and she has it near the top of the box. She's held up, trying to turn the corner now. Sends it off to that right side. Here's a shot. That one well high. Off the foot of Lexi Garcia. A couple of substitutes checking in. Sarai Bowman in for Spartanburg Methodist. Let's take a look one more time at that last play with Shelton coming in. Jackson coming out. Shelton taken down. The defender there was Bailey Wilson. Shelton stayed down for about half a minute before getting back up. Either shaking off a little bit of an injury or didn't like that she didn't get the foul call. Either way, this remains a 1-1 game. And here comes Ukaris looking for Shelton. Hargraves standing there. Nicely played McMillan here. Correction, that's Garcia out there. McMillan on the near sideline. This ball out of bounds. Pioneers will key it in. 11 minutes gone by, 34 left to play. Second half, game 4, the final one of our day 2 here in Melbourne. A 1-1 tie. We thank you for joining us here on NJCAA TV. Nick Renowitz in Melbourne, Florida, home to Eastern Florida State, the host team, top overall seed in this tournament. Throw in for Spartanburg Methodist. And it could not be corralled. This one sent long. This one gathered by the Pioneers, sent in, off the cleat of Mata. And here's Garcia. Pima chips it ahead. This is Hunley, who was trying to make a run for it, couldn't make it. Pioneers take it back. They were looking for McMillan there, and once again settled by a blue jersey. That of Spartanburg Methodist. But the Aztecs able to regain control. This is Devin Hunley looking ahead. Sent to the far side. They get it to Shelton. On a long run, surveying, trying to get it into Mata. Couldn't find her. Dorsett. Hargrave. And they'll leave it back to Hargrave here. Middle of the pitch, Sarah Dorsett. She's got a little bit of room. Looking to send it ahead. McMillan on her way into the box, and coming out making the play is Daniela Sanchez. Christine Early to the sideline. This is O'Connell. Sliding stop made by the Pioneers. Sarai Bowman finds Dorsett. She surveys. Into the offensive third. Once again, Dorsett sends it up. McMillan there in the vicinity, just couldn't get to it, and it's misplayed by the Aztecs. Delgadillo sent it out of bounds. Bowman looking to that far side. This one knocked back. Aceves keeps it in the offensive half for the Pioneers. And the Aztecs break that. Sent ahead. This one for Shelton. She's going to have a chance here. Caitlin Shelton on the run. Coming out. Her shot. That's going to find the back of the net. Shelton, her second goal of the game. Sanchez with the misplay. And it's 2-1. The Aztecs lead with 30-37 to go in the second half. Sanchez still down. Let's take another look. This is a slow developing play. Sanchez ended up making Shelton ended up all by herself. Out comes Sanchez, and just a moment too late. Shelton's the second goal of the day for her. And her fourth of the season, had 2 all year coming in, has doubled that total. Pima with a substitution as well. Checking into the game, Gentry McPherson. Mansell. Bowman. Hope Smith out there now. She's checked in. This one deflected. Another long run here for Shelton. Maybe the hat trick as she moves into the left side, and her shot picked up by Daniela Sanchez. You can see Daniela Sanchez yelling out to her defenders, trying to get a little organization here. 30 minutes to go. This one cued back. Pima took a 1-0 lead when Callan Shelton found the back of the net in the 31st minute. This was a 1-1 tie in the 38th minute when Kayla McMillan was able to answer for Spartanburg Methodist, but now the Aztecs have jumped right back out in front. 4th goal of the year. second of the game for Catlin Shelton. And a corner kick for the Aztecs, their second of the game. Let's take one more look at that last goal in a moment. Here's the corner, back up to the top, back of the box, left side. This one is sent right back out. McPherson. Booted back, and Sanchez will handle it. A whistle here. They'll call a foul on Pima. Early sends it along. Cardis. Long ball here once again, and Sanchez. Make that Jackson will have to come out and play it. Pioneers move the ball well in midfield. It's lost for a moment, but McMillan gains. Maybe a chance for her to tie this one again near the top of the box. Good footwork here, cutting to the right, and it's denied out by the Aztecs. Hargrave stepping around the defender. Finds Mansell. Ball sent in. Dorsett at the top, watches it roll by, and Pima controls. Aztecs on the attack, not so fast. Dorsett there for a moment, tried to regain, couldn't do it, and it falls back to Pima. Aztecs have lost just one time this year. They're 19-1-2. Pioneers took their 8th loss last night. McPherson goes down, gets back up, regains. Trying to get rid of it, and she does. Ball up to the top. This is Hunley. Dangerous goal scorer to the right. Hunley, her shot. Jackson right on top of it, picks it up. Jackson's drop kick long. McPherson settles it for a moment, but couldn't quite take hold of it. McMillan settles it nicely here. This one lofting in, looking for an opportunity. That ball played just a little bit too long. There's a little bit of a breakaway here for Spartanburg Methodist, sent into the middle, once again looking for McMillan. Bowman. Lexi Garcia. Sent in. This one denied right back out again, and McPherson trying to play that one quickly. Couldn't quite do it. Hope Smith over to Dorsett. You can feel this Pima Aztecs defense starting to clamp down a little bit here. Daniela Sanchez will pick it up with a little over 25 minutes to go in this second half, a 2-1 lead for the Aztecs from Pima Community College. The 8th seed in this tournament, they will take on top overall seed Eastern Florida State tomorrow. Let back for Jackson. For the Pioneers, if they can't come away with a victory in this one, can't overcome this deficit, their tournament would be over. A 7-0 loss last night. They trail 2-1 here, won't win the pool. And out from between the pipes comes Jackson again. 24.5 minutes left. This game has been the Callan Shelton game here. It's been her show. Looking for McMillan again. This one taken away. A pair of goals for the sophomore from Kent, Washington. Middle of the pitch, Ukardis. Knocked down and a foul called. Will be Pima's possession. Brandy Park will handle this. Park, a long kick down there. McPherson also running in the left side of that box. It's loose, and Jackson finally boots it away. O'Connelly. Out to the far side. That was Shelton, bumped off the ball. Now she sends it in. This is McPherson on the run. Into the box on the right side. McPherson trying to make the turn. She does. A chance here, lofting it. Jackson makes the first stop. Second one just wide left. McPherson knew she had an opportunity there and just came up wide left. This could be a 3-1 ball game. So close here. Let's take a look at it in just a moment here after the substitution as both teams get set. There we go. McPherson settles it. Jackson, great first stop. Second one, just wide. McPherson had to hurry herself a bit. 7 goals this year. The freshman from Bellevue, Washington, couldn't quite sneak it inside that left upright. Ukardis runs into a double team. Hope Smith circling, leaves it back. Lexi Garcia has it taken away. Here's another long run. This the Aztecs. Here comes Devin Hundley, and she's going to take it nice and easily into the back of the net, walk it right in there, and this is a 3-1 game for Pima. Jackson came out. Hundley worked her way around her, and Hundley, after 4 shots in the first half, couldn't find the back of the net, scores her 15th goal of the year, and the Aztecs have scored a pair here in the second half. And Hundley will go right to the bench. Let's take another look on a broken play. Hundley gains control here. Jackson on her way out, slips, and Hundley with just a nice cut there and walks it all the way into the back of the net. Well played by the sophomore from Tucson, Arizona. Pima taking control here in the second half. A pair of goals within the last 10 minutes. And they lead it 3-1. Now you need to see some urgency out of the Pioneers. They trail by 2. A loss, their tournament is done. And checking into the ball game, Heather Blasak from Goose Creek, South Carolina. Sierra Wilson. That one nearly sent out of bounds. McPherson looking long once again. This ball settling. Coming towards the near side. This is Daniela Garcia. Sent into the box. McPherson couldn't get ahead on it. Back out to the top. This shot very high and out of play. That off the foot of Destiny Jones, who had a pair of shots in the first half. Jackson will get this started back once again, sent in. Flicked on nicely by Spartanburg Methodist. Sierra Smith doing the honors there. Now she's going to go on a little bit of a run here. Smith trying to turn the corner. Bumped off the ball by the defender. It's taken away. Nicely played down there for the Aztecs. Another long shot. Here's another chance here for Pima. Looking to center was Brandy Park. Correction, Daniela Garcia. Now this ball in the corner. It goes out the near touchline. Garcia will toss it in. Aztecs starting to reach into their bench a little bit. This one intended for McPherson. It's well short. Blasak controls at midfield, but it's taken back away. Sent in McPherson. Almost had a goal moments ago. This one lofted in. Garcia there. And coming out, Jackson able to make the play. Another backdoor cut there, and Garcia almost had a goal. But Jackson, another well-binded play to come out and make the catch. 19 minutes to go, second half, 3-1. The lead for Pima. This one denied back out by the Aztecs defensive line. Only one miscue for that defensive backfield today. It was allowing Kayla McMillan to get behind them and score a goal in the 38th minute. That's the only rumble Spartanburg Methodist has been able to make. They've had a few opportunities here in the second half, but find themselves trailing 3-1 with 18.5 minutes left. Garcia controls. Looking for McPherson, just fed it behind her. Booming line drive from Jackson. Settled by Alyssa O'Connell. Ucardes. At the far side, the Pioneers take control. This is Sierra Wilson. Collision. Wilson stays on her feet, and that one out the far side. They say play on at each occasion. Here's McPherson on the toss in. Pima looks to move the ball to the empty side of the field here on the near side. It's loose now, and once again the Aztecs will get to it. McPherson is offsides. Gentry McPherson missed out on a goal opportunity just a few moments ago. The freshman from Bellevue, Washington, has scored 7 this year, and she's hunting for it here. Her team already up 3-1. This is going to set up for a very interesting matchup tomorrow, win or lose, between Pima and Eastern Florida State. Garcia left alone for quite some time, trying to get around her defender, couldn't do it. Nice footwork by Christina Early, the sophomore defender from Woodruff, South Carolina. Brandy Park strolls up the pitch. Has it knocked away here. Controlled at the top. Back to Park. Has it on her right foot. Looking to turn the corner. Change directions nicely. Finds some room. The left-footed shot. McPherson all by herself. Inside of the box. They're going to call her offsides. Once again, McPherson just behind that deepest defender, and Pima will give it up. 12th offsides penalty against the Aztecs in this one. They continue to try to just air raid it down the field. Hargrave pushes it away. Here's Hope Smith with it on her right foot. It was Garcia with it. A scrum for it on that far side. Back to the top. Near midfield, Pima able to take control, and on that kick, the Aztecs, Brandy Park. McPherson, a little bit of room for her, looking to chip it for Garcia. She's got an angle, but the defender coming over, making a nice play. That's Christina Early again. Sent to the middle of the pitch. Ukardis. Here's McPherson. Left off to the left side. Back up top. Pima moving the ball very well, efficiently. Sent in right side of the box. There is nobody there. I spoke just a bit too soon. If there were a 12th woman, she would be right there, but instead, no, just an empty pitch. And this one must have been deflected as it rolled out that side. I must have missed that, but a corner kick here for Pima, their third of the game. Brandy Park will do it. Left off to the right side. Here's a real good opportunity from just outside the box in the right, and the shot is wide. That shot by Alyssa O'Connell. Couldn't quite bend it in there. Pair of substitutes in for the Pioneers. McPherson in. Let's take another look at that last opportunity. They left the right side, the Pioneers did, wide open. O'Connell, the shot. And that one just catching the left upright. From this angle, it did not look like it caught the upright there, but that one a few inches to the right, and she's bent it into the back of the net. 13-17 left, second half, a 3-1 lead for Pima. Aztecs have scored a pair here in the second half to take a 3-1 advantage. We were knotted up in one after 45 minutes. Goals from Callan Shelton. She has a pair. The other, Devin Hundley. The other to McPherson, who just centers this ball, and it's cut off and sent out this near side. Fans, we want to let you know to keep up with the latest news and updates regarding the NJCAA soccer by visiting the official website of the National Junior College Athletic Association. Just go online to www.njcaa.org. This day 2 of the Women's Soccer Championship. The National Junior College Athletic Association, happy to have you out here, have you viewing the broadcast here on NJCAA TV. We appreciate you tuning in. Nick Grunowitz in Melbourne, Florida. This is our 8th game, 4th of the day, and final of the day. We've seen some very entertaining games, including one upset. Early on, Spartanburg Methodist was proving to be tough for this Pima team, but they've taken control here late with a pair of goals within the last 20 minutes or so. Ball sent out towards midfield. This one sent long, and McPherson trying to run it down for Pima. Played well by the defense. Quick transition, spoiled by Pima. That was Jennifer Aceves making that run there to try to cut down McPherson's opportunity. If you missed some of our earlier action today, we saw Darton State beat Schoolcraft 2-0 earlier today. Schoolcraft eliminated. They lost their 2 matchups against Butler and Darton State, the 9 seed out. Pima on the move once again. This one sent ahead. On sides is the Aztec, but nothing doing. I believe that was Mata out there. This one sent back long. Game 2 of the day. Lewis and Clark, the 6th seed, upset by 10th seed Laramie, 3-1. That game, just like this, knotted at 1. Correction, it was 1-0. Lewis and Clark, and 3 goals in the second half for Laramie give them the win. Lewis and Clark will play Iowa Central tomorrow. A win for Iowa Central, they move on to the semifinal. And the game just before this one, Monroe dispatched easily of Moraine County. Make it Moraine, that is. 5-2. A pair of goals in the second half for Moraine made things interesting late, but 5 in the first half for Monroe put things nearly out of doubt. And Shelton goes down there on that last exchange. Looked for a moment like she might have taken a cleat near the face, but she's back up. And Pima will play this one long. McPherson out there. Can she hunt it down? No. And we'll see a pair of substitutes jump in for this Aztec team. Shelton takes a seat. Sonia Garcia in. A 3-1 lead, 9:02 to go. For Pima, long ball, Jackson coming back out once again. A free runner coming right at her. That was Aguirre with the free run there. Here's another one sent in. McPherson's going to try for it. Picks it up at the right side of the box. Her shot falling down. Jackson able to pick it up on one bounce. McPherson put on the Jets there to try to get to that one. 8.5 left. Pima still attacking with a 3-1 lead. Chipped into the circle. Ucardis sends it over to McPherson. She was looking for a free runner for a moment. She's going to dump that ball in. And another long run for Aguirre is knocked out by Jackson. Not a whole lot of quit in this Pima team. They still are trying to make a couple of runs at goals here. This one left out. Sonia Garcia. That shot coming out the backside. Here comes another corner kick, I believe. Yes. For Pima, that will be their 4th of the game. Brandy Park will do it. It's an end swinger near the front of the goal. Ball loose up high. Pioneers punt it out, and it's controlled by Blasak. Punched back. McMillan out here. Let it by. A bit of a misplay there for McMillan. Dorsett couldn't settle it. Blasak. It's shifted out at the near side here. Another pair of substitutes in for Dan Keneally's team. Sarai Bowman in, as well as Bailey Wilson for Spartanburg Methodist. 6:18 to go, second half. Pioneers trailing by 2 goals. Ball played back to Jackson. Hargrave hitting the deck for Pima. Destiny Jones. That ball rolling out the far side. Last touched by Jones. So a throw in for Hargrave. Sarai Bowman watches it play long. High bounce there. Brandy Park playing it in. This one taken it away. Controlled by Early. Brandy Park. To this near side, Garcia. Looking for a cutter, couldn't find her. And it almost taken away by Pima again, and now another whistle. I believe they're going to call that offside. So this will go back to Spartanburg Methodist. A little under 5 minutes to go in this fourth and final game of the day, second half here from Melbourne, Florida. Pima Aztecs lead Spartanburg Methodist Pioneers 3-1. This game was not at 1, was competitive throughout, still is. One goal, really. All of a sudden, this thing looks much different for the Pioneers. But for a team that had a couple of opportunities in that first half, here in the second, those have waned. Trying to create one now, it's poked away. Ucardis has it stripped. They're looking for McMillan, and she has a chance here, but the ball sent out the near sideline. A throw-in for Spartanburg Methodist. Brandy Park with the rejection. Well played by the sophomore from Tucson, Arizona. McMillan trying to key this in. One bounce to Park, and she punts it away. McPherson settles it. She trying to send it to this near side, couldn't quite navigate that. Alyssa O'Connor trying to slide and save it, couldn't do it. Bowman, another errant pass sent up the near sideline. McPherson putting a little bit of pressure on there. Bowman with it on the right foot, up high. Give, they're looking for McMillan again. Can she get to it? Trying to knock it away. That ball, another throw-in deemed for the Pioneers. And Bowman will toss it in. 3-minute mark, second half, 3-1. Pima leads. Perhaps only 3 minutes left in this Pioneer season. Bowman, correction, early has it deflected by McPherson, who will send this one down the pitch. They're looking for Aguirre. Couldn't find her. This one sent long. Sarah Dorsett. Out to the far side. Here's Sierra Wilson on the sideline, looking to navigate her way around, and she can't quite do that. That went out the touchline. Goal kick coming. We'll see Sanchez boot this one away with a little under 2.5 minutes left in the second half. Brandy Park will handle it instead. 2-minute mark here. Early collects. Mistouched, sent ahead. Garcia, the intended target. She can't reach it, and it goes back to the Pioneers. Early the toss in. That one McPherson takes right off the dome. She looks to be all right, goes out of bounds. Another throw in for the Pioneers. McMillan knocks ahead. Sent to the far side. 1:23 left. Spartanburg Methodist needs to hurry if they want to rally here. They need 2 scores, not just 1. Sent into the box, cleared out. Back near the top, Dorsett had a touch. Looking for some room, here's McMillan. Able to collect. A little over a minute left. Sent in Dorsett. This one cued away. 60 seconds to go. Here's Early. McMillan. Back to Early, a little give and go here. She lost it for a moment, trying to find McMillan on the touchline. Centering pass and a collision there. Down goes Sanchez. Dorsett on the run. Sanchez gets up quickly. She looks to be all right, and now shaken up for Spartanburg is Bailey Wilson. I did not see what happened there, but Wilson slow to come out. She did not collide with the goalie. With 35 seconds to go. So they'll walk Bailey Wilson off, the freshman from Lexington, South Carolina. 35 seconds to go, and this ball vaulted long. Pima controls. Garcia will send it back down the pitch. And it's played back here. McPherson on a run for it, though. Had a chance. Jackson will send it out. And that's kind of the theme of the way this one went, is Pima here in the second half had a little extra intensity here. They came away with a pair of goals. And with 10 seconds to go, O'Connelly will toss it in. It's controlled in the corner. That'll bring us to the end of the second half and our fourth and final game of the day. 3-1. The final. Pima will take on Eastern Florida State tomorrow. Winner will advance to the semis from Pool A. A pair of goals from Kaylin Shelton, really the difference in this one. And once again, our final here from Melbourne, 3-1, Pima with the victory. You're watching the NJCAA Women's Soccer Championships on NJCAA TV.